Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are doing good. Waiting for everybody to sign in, jump on, grab your ukuleles. Let's get ready to rock this one, and we're gonna carry on from our class from last week. Hope you guys are doing good. Happy Sunday or happy Monday in some parts of the world. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and let me get this thing all set up and ready to go. Hey, aloha, Pete. Akihito, aloha, aloha from Yokohama. All right. Hi, Sue. Aloha, aloha. Happy Sunday, guys. Hope you guys are doing good. We're going to get this thing going. We'll wait for a few more people to jump on. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from, what part of the world, where are you guys from, how's your weekend going, how's the lessons going, how's your guys' music things been going? How has the learning experience been for you guys lately? Let me know your guys' experiences. Definitely leave them in the comment. I'll definitely take a look at them and then get to them. If not, you can visit my website, shoot me a message, and then, let me know. I'm always there to answer questions. Hi, Naoko. Aloha. Good morning. Good to see you guys. Thanks for popping on, everybody. Good to see you guys. All right. So, before we get started, I do want to let you guys know that I'm planning on some things. I might even do a live Q&A via my Zoom. So keep an ear out for that as I send out some information about that. It's probably going to be a limited situation because I'm not sure exactly how much we could have all at one time where I could individually get to all of you guys. And then also, it's going to give me a chance to see you all face to face, if time permits, if schedule permits, depending on where you are in the world. But it'd be a great opportunity for me to see what you guys are learning, what questions you guys might have face to face, and we can talk about it. All right. So keep an eye out for that. So I will definitely work on a time and a schedule for that and shoot that out to you all and let you guys know when we can do that. So it might be a limited seating situation or admittance situation, but we'll see. Okay, so I'll definitely keep you posted. I'm also going to start working on getting some prizes and getting some interaction. I want some activity with all of us. I want to see how you guys are progressing, what you guys are learning, and what you guys are doing, and plus also just have some fun. All right, so we just want to definitely build our family over here, especially with our Kualoha Ohana all over the place and everywhere. Yeah, so definitely go ahead, shoot a share button, okay, on your page. Share this out to any of your ukulele friends, any ukulele clubs. It's a free lesson that everybody gets to hang out with us, and we get to have some fun. So definitely do that, and comment any questions, and in the Q&A, give us a chance to talk face to face, and I can answer whatever questions you guys might even have. All right, so that's something that's coming in the works, and I will shoot out information soon. And again, it might be a limited seating situation, so I will let you guys know. All right, let me check in over here. What's up, Dusty? Aloha, Dusty. Good to hear you. Over here, Heather. Aloha. Sue, you've been practicing the pressure check. Nice, or the muting. Very good, very good. I know that people has been kind of having. I had a lot of questions this week about that. So it's the coordination, right, with the left hand and the right hand. So we're definitely gonna touch up on that again this week. All right. So it's learning that skill, and that skill we can definitely carry on to other styles of genres, or different other styles of music, and different other melodies. We can definitely be creative and incorporate that. So whenever I teach, I prefer to teach things in a way where it doesn't limit your mindset in how you approach technique or anything in that matter. So that way you can definitely use that towards a different type of genre, such as country. You know what I mean? That's not something you would readily think of. It's something that creatively you can try, and who knows, you might enjoy it. You might enjoy that chunking and chopping situation with a country song. Okay, so that's something to definitely look at. All right, let me check in here. All right. Hey, hello. Was that Jiam? Is that how you say your name? All the way from Singapore. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm glad you're loving your koaloa. We definitely love our koaloas around here too. Yeah, koaloa is the bomb. Absolutely love it. Okay, so go ahead, guys. Do me a favor. If you like it, go ahead and click the like button or the love button and definitely give it a share, please. And let's go ahead and spread it to everybody else. And also, these videos are definitely posted right throughout the week, so you're most definitely welcome to come back to the Koaloa page and run through it again. Okay? All right. So before we get started, all right, I want to introduce a couple of drills. Maybe you guys do them, maybe you guys don't. But in any case, I like to introduce these things because sometimes it's really good. For one, it's good finger exercises. All right, it teaches us how to move. It teaches us how to become familiar with the space of our frets, the spread between frets per finger. All right, plus it builds our coordination and all that stuff. And I know as a guitarist, these things will be done. A lot of guitarists, especially the lead guitarists, they tend to do a lot of finger exercises, and it's no different on the ukulele. Okay, we like to do the same thing. All right, so I'm going to introduce a couple of them with you guys today, and then we're going to be doing this from now on every single week to just build your hand coordination. All right, you're going to build your hand coordination, even your eye, as well as the coordination between thumb, right hand, left hand. Okay, so let's start with an easy one. Hey, aloha from Vegas. How are you, Ruth? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. All right. Okay, so let's get started. Again, let's review that our thumb, very important, yeah? You want your thumb to be firm, but not stiff, okay? You don't want to be pressing with your thumb, okay? It's a good reminder. So you want to have all this space. Now, when I hold a chord, or even if I'm doing an instrumental, you want to make sure you have this space, all right, between your hand and the ukulele neck. And basically what that does is it allows you to maneuver your hand. All right, very important stuff. And you're going to hear me saying this a lot. I'm going to be reminding you a lot because it's just good practice. Okay, I do it myself and even with my other students. Okay, so it's good. So whenever you can't reach, you have all this flexibility. You can move it side to side. You can also move it forward. All right, so that is a very big thing. It's a small little thing that actually makes a huge impact on what we play and how we play. All right, so let's try this. Now, very simple. This exercise, all right, you're going to start here on the A string. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our index finger on one, and you're going to pluck it. All right, now a good practice when you're doing that is just laying your hand here at the bottom of your ukulele, and you want to rest it. You're looking for stability, okay? You're not trying to grip your ukulele. Yeah, just a nice firm press. All right, you see how my hand is able to move back and forth? All right, okay, now you're gonna go ahead and pluck that. Nice. Now your second finger on the second fret, A string. All right, now third finger, A string. Now pinky, fourth. All right, so that's 4 fingers now, totally down. Now you're gonna leave them there. All right, so you're gonna try this again. Let's start at 1. Hi, Jen. Aloha, welcome. Mariano, aloha. All right, okay, let's try this again. Okay, here we go, starting at 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, fairly simple, or maybe not so simple. That's okay. If it's not, we just practice. Now we're gonna go backwards. 4, 3, 2, 1, open. All right, so it's gonna start teaching our fingers to become mobile, but also to know the frets. Yeah, to understand where our fingers are without even looking. All right, so the more familiar we get, the more easier our playing gets. Okay, so let's try that again. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go backwards. 4, 3, 2, 1, open. All right. Now, if that is easy, if you guys are getting that, go ahead and shoot me a thumbs up so I know what's going on over there. Now, we're going to add to it, okay? Now, as you become familiar, all right? Get used to it. And then we're going to add to that, all right? So let's do it again together. We're going to start at 1. Getting ready. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, open. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, open. Okay, let's do it again. You guys are getting better, I'm sure. You guys are becoming professionals, and once we do this, we can go on tour. Okay, all right. Let's try this again, guys. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, open. Very good. Now let's add, okay? So we're going to do this for the next 3 frets. And what I mean is, first you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to stop right there. Now you're going to take off your fingers and just leave on your first. You're going to go ahead and slide it to 2. All right? Now let's start from 2, second fret, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now we're on the 5th fret. Okay, let's take off those 3 again. You're going to leave on that index. Slide it down to 3. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so that's going higher. So let's try that again. All right. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove it. Down to second. 2, ready, and 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, remove it. Take it down to 3, 3rd fret. Go. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, good. Now we're going to take this backwards. All right. Okay, so now we're here. We're on the 6th fret with our pinky. All right. So let's go backwards. 1, 2, ready, and 6, 5, 4, 3, slide it back to 2. All right, did you see that? I slid my index back to 2, the 2nd fret. Now I'm going to throw my fingers back on. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do it again. Ready, 5, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, slide it back to 1. Throw my fingers back on. Now you're going to go backwards again. 4, 3, 2, 1, open. All right. So this is actually going to help with your mobility. All right. So now let's just review the backwards again. Okay. Starting pinky on 6th fret, A string. And we're going to go backwards. Ready, and 6, 5, 4, 3, slide your index to 2. Very good. Fingers back on. Pinky's at 5. Ready, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, go ahead and throw those fingers all back on again. Now we're starting here at 4. 1, 2, ready, and 4, Okay. All right. Rest your guys' hands for a minute. I'm pretty sure your thumb is starting to get a little bit sore. Yeah. All right. So that's natural. No matter how much times you do it, you start to feel a little bit of it, but that's actually a good thing. All right. And our goal is to be able to do this. All right. So that is going to help our fingers begin to move and become super familiar with our ukulele fret. All right, so let's try that again. All right, we're gonna do it slowly. Okay, rest your hand for a minute or a second. Okay, let's try it again. All right, and then we'll take a break after this. All right, here we go. One, two, ready, and one, two, three, four. Take it off. Moving down to second. Ready, and two, three, four, five. Take that off. Move it down to third. Now we're on six. Ready, and three, four, five, six. Okay, now we're gonna go backwards. All right, here we go. One, two, ready, and six, five, four, three, two. Slide it back on. Five, four, three, two, one. Slide it back on. Five, four, three, two, one. Open. Okay. All right. You guys can take a break and rest your guys' fingers on that one. Again, if you are feeling a little bit of pain here, that's okay. All right. So that's normal. So it's always good to just rest your hand. The more you do it, the more easier it's going to get. And then you won't have to look at it as much. And your fingers will become so familiar with the movement and the motion that it won't hurt as much. You know what I mean? And so that's one of the things that I like to have my students do. All right. Start developing just some finger action. All right, especially if you're going to start doing instrumentals. All right, it's really a great way to teach your fingers to move. And then you can also start practicing with using either your thumb or your index, like I do. All right, so it's definitely an option thing, but it's always good to start with your thumb. But do not stick with your thumb. All right, so practice with your thumb, become really good with your thumb, and then try another finger. Maybe you can go up, maybe you can go down. You know what I mean? There's different ways to approach this. Eventually, we are going to go all the way up to the low notes, all the way down to the high notes. And what I mean is, and that's if you have a low G, all right? But either way, you know, it's the motion, it's the movement, it's the practice of getting familiar with your ukulele, okay? Let me know if you guys got any questions about that. On what to do with it and how you could utilize it, especially if you're doing instrumentals. It's definitely going to come in handy. If you guys like that fast, fancy type of stuff, that's definitely something that's going to come into handy. It's going to come into play one day should you guys look into that type of style and whatever. So it's good for you to train your fingers to move. All right? All right. Okay, so rest your fingers a little bit. Let me get into Sweet Lady of Waiahole. All right, so we're gonna continue on the, who is this? So they can do it on a string. Also, they can do it across the strings. That's right. Yeah, exactly. You can do it in multiple directions. Exactly. So for now, just stick on the A string and then we will progress later on together, but it's definitely something you can experiment. So, feel comfortable going up and down the strings if you'd like. All right. So, going into Sweet Lady of Waiahole. All right. So, we're going to review our strumming patterns. Um, Now, the hard part about this song was when you're holding your key. Let's start in F. Okay. Now, there's a muting action that happens. All right. So let's just focus on the left hand. All right. And as part of this is review from last week, but that's okay. It's good. Yeah. More practice is always a good thing. Okay. So you're holding your F chord. Now, when you're strumming down, that's the only time you're gonna press it. So technically, my left hand, it's muted. I'm not pressing the string. All right, you guys hear that? Now the only time I press the chord and I lift these two fingers is when I'm strumming. Okay, watching. So it's muted. All right. Now as soon as my right hand passes the string, I'm letting loose again, and so I'm just dropping my fingers on the fret. All right, so it creates that muted sound. So when I'm doing that, there's a quick little interaction between both the right hand and the left hand. Okay, now that's just the down motion. There is an up motion right after that where you're doing the same thing. All right, so let's do it slower. Okay. So it's only when I'm strumming that I'm putting pressure on the strings. Okay. And we're doing that for all the chords. Okay. All right. Now the other thing that I like to do, and I think we've covered this last week, it's holding your finger. Okay. So this is a very good way to take care of your strumming. All right. So you're gonna pinch. All right. You're gonna create a cross right there, and then you're gonna tuck in these three. Now the weight of your hand creates like a bouncy kind of a thing because of the recoil, I guess, kind of a thing. So you're just kind of whipping it down. All right. So it's kind of tricky, but the more you practice, you'll definitely get it. Okay. So it has this really quick muted chopping type of a sound. Okay. So let's go down together. 1, 2, ready, and now we're gonna go up together. Ready, and 1, 2, ready, down. 1, 2, ready, up. 1, 2, ready, down. 1, 2, ready, up. Okay, so that is definitely one of the hardest parts. So go ahead and practice that. Take a minute to go over that because that's really the hardest part. All right, so and then we'll take a few minutes and we'll strum through the melody for a little bit until you guys get familiar with it. Go ahead and shoot me a thumbs up. Let me know that everything's okay. If you guys have any questions, definitely pop it in here, and then we will definitely talk about it. Okay, all right, here we go. So I'm going to start the strumming, and we'll do it a little bit slower than the actual melody of the song, just so you can get used to the motion. All right, and we're only going to stay in the key of F. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and very good. Okay, get used to that feel, okay? It really is a tricky strum, okay? And a lot of it is making sure you have the right feeling, okay? So make sure when I'm strumming down, you are strumming down. When I'm strumming up, you're also strumming up. So let's focus on working on playing in sync with each other. Okay? If you're watching my left hand, when I'm lifting my hands, it's because I'm pressing on the chord. Okay? So if you notice, we're starting to speed up a little bit. Keep following. Work on your timing. One of the things that helps me is bouncing my head or trying to tap a beat. Some people like to do it with their feet, but I tend to just bounce my head. So if I look like a bobblehead, it happens. All right. 1, 2, ready, and stop. All right. Okay. So hopefully that's starting to feel a little bit better. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's review our left hand. Okay. Now remember, my left hand, it's not putting any pressure. But if you notice, my first and second finger, it is in position. So it is holding the F chord. All right. But it's just muted. And my ring and my pinky is also laying across the string. Okay. So it's just laying there. All right. So it creates this muted sound. It's a nice clean sound, virtually nothing. Now when I'm strumming down, I am quickly releasing or pressing my first and second. Now when I'm doing that, I'm lifting my ring and my pinky, and I'm pressing. All right? So that's what's happening in that brief, short, split second. And then, as soon as I'm done strumming it, I'm muting the string again. Okay, so it has that kind of, that cut-off sound, all right? Yeah, one more time. 1, 2, ready, and... All right, really quick. Very good. Now, remember now, each pattern, each strum pattern, what I consider to be one pattern is down, up. All right, so you still have to do the up, down, up, down, up. Okay. Okay. Now let's go ahead and let's run into the hi Ruth. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so let's run into the melody real quick. Okay. So we're gonna start holding our F for now. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and back up. Very good. Okay, take your time, follow along, and trying to fit yourself in the strum, in the groove. Do like a bobblehead. Tap your feet, whatever it takes. All right. You want to kind of get that groove going. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go. Early in the morning, she would gather all her island fruits and pack them as she starts another day. B flat minor. Carefully she makes her way, F, beside the mountain stream, as she sings an island chant of long ago. Sweet Lady of Waiahole, she's sitting by the highway, selling her papaya, B flat, and the green and ripe banana. From the beginning, early. Here we go. Early in the morning, she would gather all her island fruits and pack them as she starts another day. B flat minor, carefully she makes her way beneath the mountain stream as she sings an island chant of long ago. See, sweet lady of Waiahole, she's sitting by the highway, selling her papaya. B flat, a green and ripe banana. 1, 2, ready and stop. All right, guys, in the comment section, let me know how that went. How did it feel? If you guys are starting to get the hang of it. The tricky part is definitely when you're changing the chords. Yeah. So, for example, your F7. When you're holding your F7, yeah. In fact, you know what? We didn't even review our chords. So, but that's all right. I'm hoping you guys already got it, but we'll do it now briefly. All right. Now, when you're holding your F7 and then you're letting loose, you notice you only got one pinky. All right. So sometimes, a couple of my students will be like, oh man, Uncle Jonah, I can't reach it. All right. Now, the key to reaching this is having the proper space and pressure in the back area. Okay. As kind of like it doesn't make sense sometimes because you're thinking, oh no, it's all in the front, but it has everything to do with the back. Okay, very, very important thing. If you don't have enough reach with your fingertips, you need to bring your thumb down. Okay, so be okay with moving your thumb. Be okay with positioning it in a way that provides the support and the reach that you need. Okay, so some people think that it needs to stay like this. Not all the time. All right, that's why we want it to be firm. You want it to be able to move to the side. You want it to reach the other side. You want it to be as fluid, and you want it to move comfortably in the back of that fret. Okay. Sue, better than last week. Good, good, good. That's good to hear. I'm happy. I'm happy it's better than last week. You guys crack me up. You guys are so fun. All right. Okay. So definitely that's something that we want. We want you to get better. All right. Okay. So again, now if it feels like you can't reach, especially when doing like your F7 and you're dropping your pinky again, think about the space of your thumb. So you see how my thumb is like this right now? Sometimes it works for me. Everybody's hand sizes are different. So be okay with moving your thumb as long as it's providing support and it's adding to the mobility, the reach, and the clarity of your index, okay, and your fingers, so that it's sounding amazing. That's a great question. Do you have any tips for building strength in the fret hand? That is actually a fantastic question. So one way to build strength in the fret hand is by doing that exercise, and that's another reason why I like to do it. It teaches your fingers to find the right note, and also it teaches your fingers to use the right amount of pressure. The other thing, I've seen people do exercises like this. Totally could. You can totally just press on your finger all day. I mean, you might look a little bit crazy, but it works. You know what I mean? They'd be like, "What's she doing?" But yeah, so definitely you can do this. Okay, so you can do quick little exercises, and moving your finger is pretty much half of building strength. The ability to move your fingers will definitely support the pressing to build strength in your fingertips. Yeah, so you could definitely do that. All right, so this definitely is usually what I use to have my students start learning how to build strength in their index fingers. I mean, in their forefingers. All right, not just your index. But that was a great question, Jen. Thank you very much for that one. Because when you do this, it allows you to experiment with the pressure. Does that make sense? What sounds good to you? Do you like the sound? If you don't like the sound, how can we make it something that you like? Okay, sometimes it's as simple as applying a little bit more pressure. Now, when you're building pressure, I get this a lot, like, oh, Jonah, my fingers hurt. Yeah, it's natural. Okay, it's going to hurt a little bit, but I would always say take a break before it starts hurting. All right, don't wait till your fingers become super um, hot and red and all that stuff. The more you do it over time, you're going to build some callus here in this area. So you'll be able to definitely play a little bit longer. You'll be able to press a lot harder, and you'll also definitely be able to move a lot faster. Okay? So that's all part of the process, though. It just takes time. But, I always tell my students, if it hurts, put it down. All right? If it's frustrating, put it down. All right? If there's anything that isn't like, you know, nice, peaceful, happy, and all that stuff, I'm like, just put it on the side, because you want to keep your ukulele and the practice and the discipline and all that stuff. You want to keep it in a happy place. All right, you don't want it to get all frustrating. Okay, so that's definitely one way. Doing this exercise, you get to see how much pressure to apply, and you can press it as needed, and you can build it up, okay, on your own. Another way to do it is by pressing on hard things. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this, but then Kung Fu masters and all these guys, they actually hit hard surfaces for a long period of time. And what they do is they build callus, yeah, on top of their knuckles and whatever else they're using. So it's the same thing with your ukulele. So you could definitely press hard surfaces. I don't definitely always recommend it, but the more you do that by just pressing even on your tabletop, if you got your tabletop and you just boom with your fingers and just working on mobility, it's something that you can do throughout the day. It's something that I do, definitely. Again, I look a little bit crazy. They're like, what's going on, Jones? You okay? All right. But yeah, I'm fine. I'm just building up strength on my fingers. Okay, so that was a great question. Thank you for that one, Jen. Okay, so you guys can definitely do those two things. You can press hard surfaces, but definitely this would be my preferred method to build strength in your finger. Okay, now let's go back to the strumming, all right, and let's familiarize ourselves with the pattern again. Okay, so one good tip. Here's a really cool thing that I learned over the years teaching. So when you start playing, all right, and you just go through the motions, it's repetitive, you're just going over and over and over. When you stop it, you break up the monotony, yeah, and just because it becomes just repetitious and sometimes boring, you actually teach your body to stop, all right, and then you pick it up again later. All right, you build muscle memory over time. Yeah, so if you do it long enough, you take a break, you do it again, take a break, do it again, and then you're building muscle memory. So eventually you never lose it, and it's all about habits for me. All right, I'd rather you have ukulele habits than ukulele knowledge, if that makes sense. All right, okay, let's try this. Let's try this. 1, 2, ready, go, and now. Okay, again, go ahead and bob your head, whatever works. Okay. Very good. Here we go. Early. Ready? Now. Early in the morning, she would gather all her island fruits and pack them as she starts another day. B flat minor. Carefully she makes her way F beside the mountain and stream as she sings an island chant of long ago. C. Okay, now here's another one. Again, you got your barred C, right? I know I totally stopped it, sorry. But in your barred C, this is another example of where you might feel like it's really rough or hard to really start chopping and pressing to mute your hand. Okay, so remember I was saying about the thumb. Let's take a look at where my thumb is. If you notice, my thumb is slightly at an angle. All right. How can I get this in here? Yeah, yeah, yeah. How's that better? Okay. If you notice, my thumb is sideways. All right. It's at an angle. What is it? Horizontal. In the middle of my ukulele. All right. So repositioning my thumb is what's really helping me uh, do the stop with the barred C. Okay. And again, it's firm, but it's not tight. And also, if you notice, there's that space right there behind, in between my hand and the ukulele neck, which is very important. Okay, so that's another prime example of how you're able to reach. Okay, so it's again repositioning your thumb. So there you go. Now we're gonna start again with this barred C. One, two, ready, go, and chop. Back to F. All right, early. Here we go. One, two, ready, and go. Early in the morning, she would gather all her island fruits, pack them as she starts another day. Carefully she makes her way F beside the mountain stream as she sings an island chant of long ago. Sweet Lady of Waiahole, she's sitting by the highway, selling her papaya, B flat, and green and ripe banana. Very good. All right. Hopefully that strumming is getting a lot easier for you guys. All right. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Let's go ahead and move on to the next verse. All right. But definitely go ahead and rest your fingers if you have to. All right. Again, even in between the lesson, you can always come back, press replay, and then you guys will definitely be able to run through this lesson again. Okay. So we leave it here on the Koaloa page for everybody. You guys can definitely revisit it throughout the week and practice with it. All right. So special shout out to Koaloha, the Koaloha Ohana, for even making this available for us to be able to learn and jam together and have some fun. Okay. Thank you guys for making it definitely a fun experience for me. Thank you guys for visiting and hanging out every week. Okay. Also, don't forget, I'm going to send out the information pretty soon. So if you haven't already, definitely go to my website, shoot me a message, subscribe, and then I'm gonna send out emails soon. And then I am planning on creating a live Q&A via Zoom. All right, but it's going to be a limited admittance, or I'm only going to allow certain people, so the first come first serve situation. So I'll definitely keep you posted. We will be working on doing a lot of I'm going to work on doing some challenges and giveaways and things of that nature. So definitely stay tuned, okay? And who knows what kind of fun things we might throw out there, okay? So Q&A will be soon. So I'll let you guys know. And so again, you just pass it on to your friends and let me know, and then we'll try and get as much as we can. But we'll see how that goes. So I'm in the planning stages, so I'll definitely keep you posted. All right. So let's go ahead into the second verse, and we're going to pretty much do the same thing. Now, even on this one, part of the tricky thing is the singing and fitting the words in, especially on the fifth line, where it continues on and starts her journey through the highway rising sun. Okay, so that is, excuse me, that is probably one of the hardest lines in the whole song, aside from having to keep up with the melody. All right, so go ahead, let's start it with our F. One, two, ready, go, and down. All right, there you go. Getting ready for the second verse, walking. One, two, ready, go, and walking down her damp and rocky road, her humble wagon stops. She watched the sun keep through the valley skies. B flat minor, smiles and wipes the sweat from her brow. F continues on and starts her journey through the highway rising sun. C, sweet lady of Waiahole, she's sitting by the highway, selling her papaya. B flat and green and ripe banana. See, one more time, walking. Walking down her damp and rocky road, her humble wagon stops. She watched the sun keep through the valley sky. B flat minor, smiles and wipes the sweat from her brow. And continues on and starts her journey through the highway rising sun. Chorus, sweet lady of Waiahole, sitting by the highway, selling her papaya. B flat, green and ripe banana, and break. All right, okay, rest your hands on that one. Hopefully it isn't hurting too much. Okay, again, if you start feeling any type of pain from playing, especially in this area, for one, it's because you're doing it right. And for two, it's good to take a break. You don't want it to wait till it gets super crampy, all right, and sore. And for three, over time, the better you get, the more stronger you get, you don't feel that as often, okay? Quick little reminders for you guys. All right, now let's go ahead. We're going to do the third verse, okay? One, two, ready, and chop. All right. Let's get ready with that groove. Remember the red lines, that's the tag, okay? So that's where we're going to be going out. And if you notice, it's a repeat. So all we're going to do is just play that last line again, repeating the same thing. All right? Starting with our F. Later in the evening. Go. Later in the evening, she would gather all her island fruits and pack them as she ends another day. B flat minor, carefully she makes her way. F, beside the mountain stream, as she sings an island chant of long ago. Whoa, she's my sweet lady of Waiahole. She's sitting by the highway, selling her papaya. B flat and green and ripe banana, selling her papaya. Going to see, selling her papaya. B flat and green and ripe banana. All right, okay. Okay, so that was the third verse and the final section to it. Now let's go ahead and move on to the whole song. Okay, so we'll just take your time and we're doing it together. All right, so go ahead, rest your hands for a minute. Now, another tip, especially if your hands are cramping over time, don't do like this because that actually makes it worse. Okay, all right, so keep it nice and relaxed. Don't even shake it. Sometimes you just want to kind of just let your hand just chill. All right, maybe not hold something, but definitely let it hang or whatever. Okay, you just kind of want to just let it relax. All right, because when you do this, you actually kind of work the muscle up, and then cramping becomes a little bit worse, which is not fun, guys. That's not fun. Okay. All right, so we're gonna try again. We're gonna start from the very beginning. F and C is our intro, and we're gonna do that 2 times. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and F. F, C, F. Here we go. Early. Here we go. Early in the morning, she would gather all her island fruits and pack them as she starts another day. Very good. B flat minor. Carefully she makes her way. F. Beside the mountain stream, as she sings an island chant of long ago. See, sweet lady of Waiahole, she's sitting by the highway, selling her papaya. Green and ripe banana. C. Second verse, walking. Here we go. And now, walking down her damp and rocky road, her humble wagon stops. She watched the sun creep through the valley skies. B flat minor, smiles and wipes the sweat off from her brow. F continues on as she starts a journey through the highway rising sun. I almost missed that one. Sweet lady of Waiahole, she's sitting by the highway, selling her papaya. B flat and green and ripe banana. C. Later in the evening, she would gather all her island fruits and pack them as she ends another day. B flat minor, carefully she makes her way beside the mountain stream as she sings an island chant of long ago. Oh, oh, she's my sweet lady of Waiahole. She's sitting by the highway, selling her papaya. B flat and green and ripe banana, selling her papaya, selling her papaya. B flat and green and ripe banana. 1, 2, ready, and stop. All right, Okay, so that was Sweet Lady of Waiahole. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Again, definitely shoot me a message, visit my website, shoot me a message, and then I'll keep you guys posted about the live stream on Zoom. All right, and again, it's going to be a limited admittance kind of a thing. So shoot me a message, and then as soon as I announce it, yeah, I'm going to give you guys so much time to definitely reserve your spot. Okay, and again, that will be a one-time free thing. It's just so I can get to talk to you guys. All right, and it'll probably be either on a Sunday or maybe a Saturday or something. Okay, so I'll keep you guys posted. But thank you guys for joining me. Mahalo to the Koaloha Ohana and everybody. Who's a part of that ohana, which includes you guys, okay, for coming and hanging out every week. If you guys know of anybody who'd want to learn how to play ukulele, definitely jump on, share this post, all right, send it to your friends, set it on your alarm, and join me every week. Okay, God bless you guys. Thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I will see you guys next week. Aloha, everybody. Thanks. Bye bye.